217 Recovery Podcast. Welcome. It's Saturday night. I'm Corey Winfield. Appreciate you tuning in or hitting play, whatever it's called. It's the podcast, man. I'm Corey, and Matt's to my left. How's it going, Matt?
What up, what up, what up?
Rob chilling on the couch.
Hey, what's going on, 217?
Yeah, 217 going to be at the UFAM rally, and that's United to Face Addiction. May 17th, come see us. We're going to have a booth there. We're going to be broadcasting live from there, and we might have something to offer you.
Could be water, could be
Ice cream, could be cookies, could be all kinds of stuff. Could have a prize wheel, who knows? And then Scott told me too, he's like, yeah, we're going to have you guys in a high trafficked location and like right in front of everybody up by the stage. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. No pressure at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, come find us. It'll be cool. I got to say what's up to your friend, Rob, Kelly.
Kelly. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. Thanks for letting us know about the color run in Kalamazoo on the 18th. I believe it's on our little resources page at 217recovery.com. And if you want free tickets to the UFAM event, they're on our website too. You can tell as many people as you want, really. 217recovery.com. There's a link that says free tickets. And you can listen on all kinds of platforms. You probably are aware of that, whether you're listening to iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. But we all had a pretty good little day today, and we went to a meeting together. It was a pretty good meeting. And, Rob, you had a great day, actually, on the golf course. And you had, like, one of those moments, one of them. Because you even left your phone here. You left your energy drink here. And sometimes you kind of need to do that. When I saw it sitting there, I thought, oh, he's going to be mad. And then I thought, you know what? It's probably the best thing for him.
Yeah, it actually was. I wasn't engaged in texts or who was texting me or who was calling or anything like that. So, I should do that. Just turn my phone off when I get on the first tee box. So, yeah, it was a blessing in disguise, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, everything happens for a reason. And there's a reason,
Yeah.
like before you left, you had your energy drink there and you're like, I need some, and then poof, I turn around and you're gone and there's your phone and your energy drink. And I was like, oh, yeah, but that's good. So, what happened out there, man?
Yeah, no, I'd mentioned kind of in the meeting, but I didn't get too much into it. I had a groundbreaking correlation, and I've heard it said before by somebody, so I can't take full credit for this, but they said golf is a lot like life. And where I'm going with this is I've been kind of struggling a little bit with living in the here and now, living in the moment. Living today, not worrying about the past or worrying about the future. And I know I'm not the only one that struggled with that, but the correlation comes in where in golf, you take a shot, then you move forward. Sometimes it's a good shot, sometimes it's a bad shot. As such, with the decisions that we make in life. But once you take that shot, whether it's a good or bad shot, you move forward, and then you take your next shot. And so forth and so on. And even if you have a bad shot, you go forward and you try to hit an even better shot. If you have a good shot, I don't want to say bask in it, but you give yourself a nice little pat on the back and move forward and take the next shot. So I guess where I'm going with that is, there are a lot of other things that I noticed that I could bring up, but I won't. Simply being, if you are struggling with living in the here and now, maybe this is something that you could do as far as a hobby that you have in life or something that you enjoy doing that gives you peace. Maybe, you might be able to correlate it in one way, shape, or form, the same way I did. Because I noticed when I was doing this and not worrying about the next shot or getting upset when I had a bad shot, but just taking it easy, taking my time, and practicing all of the mechanics that it takes to make a nice shot, such as practicing all the mechanics it takes to try to make good decisions. And like I said, I could keep going on and on with a lot of things that I noticed today, but that was one of them. So I'm sure a lot of other people could relate to that. So yeah,
I can relate to that, Rob, a lot.
yeah,
Again, and when you said it's kind of like life, when you hit a great shot, it feels good. You know, you can't just sit there in that moment. And this is something that I did in my past, and I was drinking a lot. I hit a shot, and I told a buddy of mine, I'm going to hit it right between those two branches, and there's a little, like a triangle. It wasn't very, and somehow, miracle of God, I hit the ball right through the little trees, just like I said I would, and I stopped. I'm done. I'm never going to hit a shot better than that. I'm done. I don't want to golf anymore. And I went back to the golf cart and just drank beer. And this was like hole two or three, you know, like I was just, my friend's like, you paid for golf. You're not going to golf. I'm like, nope, that was good enough for me. But that's the mentality I had.
right. That's the one shot that either did keep you coming back or didn't. But I don't know. Did it keep you coming?
I went back again. I mean, I'm not a good golfer, so it was just like I called that shot. It happened. I'm good. But when like I was in real big active addiction and I almost died, my thought process was similar to that. Like, you know what? I had a good life. I don't have any kids, but I've done some great things, and I'm all about my career. So, you know, I made it. You know, I was in a major market. I did this. I did that. I was program director. I was in 2 different markets at the same time. I had a good life. You know, if I die, hey, cool. You know, it's that, yeah, good enough, never going to get better. Why try harder?
Right.
You know, if I practice, Rob, golf, I probably could hit a shot 10 times better than that one.
Right.
You know, I just got lucky that one time, but yeah,
they say sometimes luck is better than skill, but you know, it's just another saying. But you know, I can completely and totally relate to what you're saying, because it's that possible fear of failure, you know, or it's that possible fear of doing good or doing better, which I know a lot of alcoholics and drug addicts may struggle with. You know, they do something good. Hey, let's go out and celebrate. They do something bad. Oh, wow. To hell with this. Let's go out and celebrate.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll just get drunk then.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. You know, I know. Yeah, that makes sense. You could relate to that. How about you, Matt? Is there?
Well, like fear. Yeah, fear of failure. Is that what you're saying?
Fear of failure, or you know, just like being able to, like we were saying, you know, move forward. Like whether it's a good decision or a bad decision, knowing what it is and moving forward with it.
Yeah. You know, fear of failure. You know, sometimes I don't even try because I just expect to fail. As far as good decisions, you know, I try to make good decisions, but I really don't know. You know, I really it's fear. My fear is of judgment.
Yeah.
And you know, failure.
Yeah.
Judgment. And being excluded. So
yeah, and you know, I'm not interrupting you, Matt, but fear of being excluded, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, because it's just, I think it's a human necessity. We want to be accepted. We want to be loved, you know, but we, in a way, kind of exclude ourselves. I've noticed that. You know, not engaging or participating because of fear of not being accepted or possibly failing. That, you know what, that might have been a chance where I could have succeeded and just really, you know, stuck out and maybe said something that somebody else could relate to, or a couple people could relate to, and just they'd be like, wow, I needed to hear that, you know?
And some people, I think, and I was like this, they're afraid to stop drinking because of not being included in their friends' lives, and even though their friends might not have the problem, but oh no, if I stop drinking, he's not going to want to hang out with me. And then the fact that I don't know if I can stop drinking. Can I put the bottle down for 2 weeks at least? And what if I pick up again? What if I tell my wife? What if I tell my girlfriend? What if I tell my boss? Whatever. What if I tell myself that I'm going to stop drinking for good because I'm at that point in my life where it's just horrible. But then will I really stop? Do I really want to stop? It's going to lead to death, or what is it? Death, jail, or institutions.
Yep.
That's where it's going to lead. Whether it's alcohol, whether it's heroin, and that's something that I heard at the meeting. I'll get into in just a minute, but it's the failure, hitting the shot. It's never going to be better than that. Or, man, if I hit this next shot, it's just going to go way over there and it's going to totally be screwed. So I'm going to play it safe, stay here and do nothing. I'm going to change nothing. I'm going to live too far in the past and remembering that great shot and not taking that chance to move forward. And you're right. It's the same with recovery. Mm-hmm. We have to take that shot to try to recover, to heal. And our brains are getting so much better. You've noticed it in yourself. I've noticed it, and you guys have noticed it myself as well. We're getting a little bit sharper, a little bit crisper, mm-hmm. and it feels great. It really does.
Yeah, it does. And that's a good thing to point out because, I think it's a good thing to point out because, just put simply, not to simplify it because addiction isn't, but we don't have to wake up hungover. We don't have to wake up needing that next fix. So, and that's a good feeling in itself. And I overlook that sometimes,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was just learning how to hold the mic. Yeah, I was just, wow, I had a thought and then it was gone. Wow. Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, I like to make myself believe that I am psychic and I can tell the future. And it enables me from even trying because I believe that I know how a situation is going to work out or what somebody else is thinking. So, and it's always negative that, this is going to happen or, they're thinking this or I'm going to be excluded like we just talked about. So I won't try, but in reality, I'm not a psychic. I'm not God. And I have no control over that situation and how it does turn out. And I think that attitude and those beliefs have held me back from a lot of successes that I could have, had in my lifetime. So, really just when, for me, when, it says to, to give our will, our lives and our care over, over to the care of God, to give it over to God, is just to basically abandon yourself and your way of thinking and just, because a lot of pride comes in that too, thinking that what's going to happen. Because I don't, I don't know anything really. I mean, what do I know? I'm on a podcast right now. I know that, but I mean, I'm staying humble. I'm staying teachable, and I'm learning how to take direction and take insight, because there's so many times in the past people try to tell me something, that was good for me. Well, we think you're drinking a little bit too much, Matt. You're passed out on the lawn with a fishing hook in your back. You might have had too much. Well, you just want to control my life and blah, 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 and I just,
Sure the mosquito thing, man. That was great.
Yeah, and, yeah, I think I shared that on another one already.
Okay.
But, yeah, there's a lot of them. Well, I'll just share one right quick. Yeah, well, and
Thirsty Moments by Matt.
yeah,
Brought to you by Jim Beam.
when I was in my addiction, me and my friend Dave, we did some drinking, and we started about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we were doing shots of vodka, and I had a little camper, and well, we were having a get together, family reunion. My dad was at our place, and I got so messed up before everybody showed up that I ended up passing out on the lawn. And when my whole family come over, I was on the lawn while they were cooking chicken. They're like, "Oh yeah, there's Matt right there," blah, 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 walking around me. Well, my sister, pulled up my shirt and rubbed baby oil on my stomach, so I ended up getting second-degree burns. I woke up the next morning, and I thought I had some kind of infection in my stomach till I looked down and seen I was half lobster. That was one of them. Another was, I got so drunk. I had a friend over, and her son was over actually, and I was walking up the stairs to my house. We had fishing poles, which were on the side of the steps, and as I was going up the stairs to get into the house, I fell off the side of the stairs, and I ended up getting a fishing hook in my back, passing out, and her son, the little boy, was dumping gallons of sand over my head while I was passed out, and I guess my dad was saying, "David killed Goliath, David killed Goliath." And, these are things that I can laugh about because it's like so crazy that I did that, but I don't have to live like that anymore. I'm not the laughing stock failure POS. I'm not the user. I'm not the bad son. I'm not the thieving brother. I'm not the disappointment uncle. I'm a good person today. I love my family. And there's nothing I wouldn't do for them or my friends here that are around me. So I'm just grateful. I just kind of went on a tangent then, but
no, that was great. That was great, man.
Back to you guys.
that was great, Matt.
Thanks for sharing, man. That was good stuff, man.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna say, man, I want to know how you got a fishing hook in your back, dude. That's about as bad as when I lived in New Mexico. I woke up, I had quills from a cactus all up and down one side. I woke up and just covered with little quills from a cactus, and you can see where that kind of it was not good. I didn't feel it at the time, but I felt it the next morning. Well,
good times.
Oh yeah, wonderful.
Hey, did you guys hear in the meeting when that one person said that, alcoholics, we're different than other people. We think different than other people. We don't think like normal people. Do you remember her saying that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I had a kind of, not an issue, but, whoa, I just heard a gunshot.
Wow, we heard a gunshot, and that was...
Like a real gunshot.
Yeah, a real gunshot. That was not sound effects, people.
Not, well, that was a sound effect, but yeah.
I
had to play it, that was a real one.
All right, it was a real gunshot, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
I didn't know she was your wife. Not that I've ever had to say that before.
Give me 3 steps, give me 3 steps, mister, give me 3 steps
towards the door. Anyway. Hey, blonde fellow with your hair colored yellow. That's redundant lyrics right there.
Yeah, but
Leonard Skinner.
Leonard
from Florida,
Skinner,
by the way.
Oh yeah.
All right, sorry, getting into the radio stuff, but no, when she said that, I was like, wait a minute, like we're different than everybody. We don't think like normal people. First of all, I think we are normal people.
Yeah,
and I think normal people. I think everybody's recovering from something. We all. I mean, it's just a self-defense mechanism. Am I saying that right?
Mechanism?
Yeah, that's what I was going to try to say. I'm not sure if I said it. Probably not. But it's a self-defense thing, like, because we don't want to look at ourselves like that. We don't want to hurt ourselves. And our brain, before we can even think about it, just changes. It switches things.
Yeah.
And that's when we turn to different things, whether it be hunting, whether it be fishing, whether it be alcohol. Any drug, it does that. It does that for protection because we don't want to hurt. Or we don't want it to be sad. It protects us from those feelings, which really, when it comes to substance use disorder, it doesn't protect us from anything. It actually makes things 100 times worse.
Right.
And dealing with the problem head on is what we have to learn to do. And that's what recovery is all about. Not running from the situation, not, fearing like what's going to happen. And you know what? What's going to happen is what's going to happen right now. Right now we're doing a podcast. Right now you're listening to the podcast. What are we going to do next? That's what makes the difference in how we process everything, whether it be relationships with your mom, girlfriend, sister, brother, cousin, teacher, worker, coworker. It doesn't matter. And that's what I kind of took issue with when she's like, oh, we think different. I'm just not like she was saying that we're better than other people, but I'm like, no, I don't know. I mean, the AA, that it works for some people. I'm not knocking AA. I love going to meetings.
Yeah.
But some things, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say at this point. I guess I just said what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
really.
and I understand what you're saying, and I'm sure other people can relate to what you're saying too. It's that we don't necessarily, like with addiction or alcoholism, it's an allergy of the body and an allergy of the body and oh my goodness, the word is right on the top of my tongue. A
dysfunction, mental
no,
illness,
well, yeah, a mental dysfunction, but
a thinking problem.
well, I'm having one right now.
A thinking problem.
Yeah. But at any rate, an allergy of the body where something goes wrong when we consume it, and it doesn't necessarily affect normal, I guess, whatever normal means. Again, there's another Webster. We're having another Webster moment here that we should look up normal and see what the definition is like recovery. But what is normal? Anyway, something goes, I won't say wrong, just something different happens physiologically, and I think that's maybe where they were going with that. Okay, I've got it now. An allergy of the body and an obsession of the mind.
Okay, yeah.
And that's true, like what you said. A lot of people have gambling addictions. A lot of people have sex addictions, and you've went into that. So I'm pretty sure.
I covered it. I didn't go into sex addiction.
Let's clarify.
I traded one for the other.
Let's clarify
that. Would be a lot more fun. No, maybe it wouldn't be as fun.
No, I don't know. But so whether it's shopping or working, overworking, everything is supposed to be in moderation, and something goes wrong on that level with us as far as a chemical reaction. But it doesn't matter what it is in life. People overdo things. And as far as normal goes, again, I don't think, I think that, we do think normally. We, as far as being with a substance use disorder, think normally. But once the substance is digested, something goes horribly wrong. So,
yeah, and the definition of normal, I believe, from my psychology class or sociology, whatever, was the acceptance by the people in the group. Mm-hmm. Like if people in Africa eat squirrels, that's normal for them because they all do it.
Right.
But for us, that's not normal because the majority, the masses, don't do it. Matt, you wanted to say something?
Oh, yeah. I was just gonna say that I'm glad that I'm not normal, and like I'm learning that I'm not perfect either. Well, I mean, I've always known that I'm not perfect, but I try to be perfect, and every little failure is just devastating to me. But like today, I'm okay with being like imperfectly perfect. Which means that I am who I am, and I have issues and I have problems, and when I notice those in myself, and it helps me to realize, and not take offense to when other people when it seems like they may be trying to offend me, that we're all human, you know, and nobody's perfect. Like, we're all in this life together, and like, we're just we are who we are, you know. And sometimes our thoughts are you know, provoking, and just sometimes we say stupid stuff, and sometimes we say stuff that isn't meant to offend, but we take it a certain way, and like, so I'm just learning how to first off make sense with what I'm saying, and you know, help make sense to you, because it makes sense to me. But just really the point that I'm trying to get to is that I'm imperfectly perfect. I'm a mess, but I'm okay with that. And I'm working on it.
Progress,
and you know,
not perfection.
even the fact that you probably don't know what I'm talking about is a testament to that I am imperfectly perfect. So there we go. Thank you.
Right, thanks, Matt. Thank you. Yeah. And you know, we're perfect anyway. I mean, people say, well, you know, I'm not perfect.
I'll show you a chick on my Facebook page that. No, I'm just joking.
Okay, well, yeah, you know.
That made sense to me.
No, I mean, it made sense to you. It made sense to me, too. Yeah. Absolutely. You know,
Well,
we're here for you, Matt. Yeah.
Well, I think Matt has not watched John Wick yet.
Oh, no.
You have not watched John Wick 2.
Not John Wick 2, no.
And John Wick 3 is coming out. I would tell you the date, but they're not paying us to. I mean, I know the date. It's
Yeah,
the
but
same
they're not paying
date
us
we're
to.
going to be in Lansing, but they're not paying me to. John Wick. Keanu Reeves. No, I love John Wick, man. So we're going to wrap up the podcast. Again, thank you for listening, whether it's your Saturday night that you stayed up late to listen or your Sunday morning. We really do appreciate it. We appreciate everybody that's donated to us.
Yeah.
It helps us a lot. Like, we're going to get eventually get a tent with our logo on it, but you know, tablecloth with our logo, it's going to get us there. It's going to get us to the event, the UFAM event, and other places, and going to upgrade our equipment. We're going to maybe not have so many issues with the microphone. If you're watching on Facebook Live earlier, this is not the podcast you were watching, so you did get a little something new. We really appreciate that. And yeah, I don't know if we're going to ever do that again. It just didn't work out very well. Got a little heated around here, and it all came together like it should and like it was supposed to. I think the podcast was really great tonight. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, just, you know, want to thank everybody and give us some input, you know.
Yeah, and Matt, thank you for acknowledging that you're not normal and that you don't know stuff or something.
And you're perfectly imperfect.
Right, yeah, I don't know anything. And, you know, I just like to clarify that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And just living, breathing, and just taking every thought captive is where I'm at today. Thank you.
And you know what, Rob? I just had a great idea. Yeah. Remember how we were going to maybe do bracelets at UFAM and, you know, for donations?
Yeah.
Now, because we looked at that one with the fish hook.
Yeah. Fish hook.
Now we can call them a Matt bracelet. There's these little bracelets that look like they'd be kind of easy to make where they kind of hook together with a fish hook.
Yeah.
Now it all makes sense. Yeah. See how God works?
Yeah.
Come out and get a Matt bracelet.
There you go.
With the fish hook. And we might sell them. Yeah, we'll sell them online too.
Right.
Look for that at 217recovery.com. We'll have a little store up there with Matt hooks or Matt bracelets. That's a great idea. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, thanks.
See, always bring us something to the table, this guy.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Do what I can.
Yeah. Well, thanks again. Appreciate you listening. Check out our other podcasts if you haven't. There's all kinds of them up there. Actually, I think this is the 25th one. And then Matt's writings, too. There'll be a new writing from Matt on Monday. Thanks again for listening, and check out 217recovery.com.